Okay, what up, ladies and gents? It's your favorite Asian robot right here. Hopefully, your favorite official content creator for First Descendant. And we are ready to rock, roll, and rumble. So, let's get started. Now, today we are going to have a discussion poll about whether anyone is actually using the new dog. Why? Because it's just interesting to me. We've been talking about it for the past couple of days. A lot of people feel the dog is useless. So, I just want to see if anyone in chat was actually going to be using the dog. So, we're going to find that out while I do my usual shenanigans, do all the usual things that I normally do. So welcome to the show. Let's get started straight away. Okay. Let's welcome TikTok as well. All right, now we're live on TikTok as well. Welcome to the show. Today we'll be chilling and doing our usual thing. Okay. Let's begin. Okay. Hey Leaf, what up? Welcome, welcome. Okay, let me see. Let me tweet as well. Okay, tweeted and shared. Sorry, John, and focus on chill attack too. Wait, what? All right. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Poll has been started, including the joke option. Time to play TFD and chill, lol. And why am I supposed to focus on chill attack though? Like, where's the joke there though, John? All right, welcome everybody. All right, let's get going and get started. Truffles has just posted about the new Monster Hunter update. Nice. Cold, dry humor. You know what? I'll take that. Hi, Damien. Yes, feel free to vote in the polls. I just want to see if anyone is actually using the new doggo. Those of you who are using the new doggo, do you find its ability useful at all? Like, no judgment here. I just want to know. Like, what are you guys actually using the ability for? Like, is the heal not more useful? I mean, just asking. Fair enough, 240. You can vote accordingly. Some people are using it for fashion. That's totally cool. Well, it doesn't pick up ammo, unfortunately. It would be nice if it did, but it doesn't, so there's that. Okay. Do-do-do-do-do-do. While I read the chats, I'm just gonna go mess around for a little bit. All future dogs will give a buff of some kind, but that's where I think, you know, I'm just trying to find out. The dogs do work. At least my dog appears to work. Mine heals me every so often, but it heals you every 30 seconds, so...
Will not fail.
This is actually good enough if I kill it with the attribute. Meaning it ends up that way if the attribute hits. What if I remove this for insight? How much is the differential? Yeah, it's about 11%. Lawrence, it just sounds like you're really bitter about the dogs, man. If you're that bitter, I mean, you don't have to vote in the poll. But for me, the dogs are useful, and my guy, we're just here to chat and chill. So if you want to be bitter, then, well, might I suggest that you find a place more suitable to your bitter taste? No, I have no idea what the new changes are going to be, and I don't want to know. I'll be very real with you, I do not want to know.
A victory for humanity.
Yes, indeed. What I'm waiting for is like the next major update. Because, like, for example, if they're just gonna add new stuff to the shop, I really don't care. They haven't done anything to really earn my dollars just yet, you know? So I'll wait and see. I mean, unless it's gonna be a super nice update for Serena specifically, in which case I might do some fundraising for some skins, but other than that, you know. Ground-wise, that's annoying.
It appears I am in danger. My shield faltered.
No problem, Austin.
As a monster.
You can use it for a variety of things. I just didn't feel like swapping it to chill. Because for VEP, I've got Malevolent anyway. And Malevolent works just nice. I might retake a look at the Albion Cavalry gun, though. And Lawrence, if you're not bitter, well, you sure sound bitter as hell, dude. Everyone finds the dogs useful. I mean, sure, they may not like the new dog, but it's not that they're picking up trash. They're actually useful for what they do. And I'm not sure that they'll buff them because they're serving their purpose, just being honest with you. So, let's table that bitterness if you want to hang out here. And not really farming it, just testing a couple of techniques. Yep, that's okay. Just have your say. Don't forget to like and share the stream, guys. If you haven't liked and shared it, please make sure you do. All right, the more people we like and share, the more people discover the stream, then the more people can have their say. Also, don't forget to register as me as your creator. Link is right there. I haven't used my new doggo either. I went straight to the Ancient Knight for Serena, but I do want to take a look at what my Albion Cavalry gun can do.
Ask for as a monster.
The new dog just generates ammo. So if you're curious, I can show you after the next kill, but basically the new doggo generates ammo for you every 40 seconds. Your old doggo just heals you for a percentage of your hit points. I did consider it specifically for that actually, but because it's every 40 seconds, it's just not that helpful. Oops, didn't mean to do that.
My shield.
Most likely not, Lawrence. Hey, Lewis, good to see you. But yeah, it's interesting that about 38% of people are using the new dog because everything that I heard day one was that it's not very good. Now, the dog, right? The first dog recovers your hit points every 30 seconds. It recovers 25% of your health every 30 seconds. I actually find this useful because it keeps me alive. The new dog, what it does is that every 40 seconds, it will refill the rounds for your currently equipped weapon. So if you're, just as an example, using the Malevolent, it will refill the rounds for the Malevolent. But yeah, the 40 seconds is what a lot of people seem to have the problem with. Because here you're getting a quarter of your health back every 30 seconds, whereas this one you're not. Now, Serena has her own heal, so it's not like she needs it. She needs the extra healing, but it can save your life. So I guess if you are ammo hungry, you can absolutely run with this particular fellow if you want to. The choice is at the end of the day yours, but yeah, no, have your say. I'm just curious what people are using, what they feel is right, because Serena can also generate her own ammunition, so she's good on both fronts, and that's what I find interesting. I like to see these things. Yeah, that's fair enough. Nothing wrong with that. Hey, D-Russ, good to see you, friend. Now, let's have a look-see at this. Now, this Albion cavalry gun of mine needs a bit of a shake-up. It's not supposed to be doing what it does. I'm gonna re-roll this thing.
Yeah, so what do you need?
I don't know why I had this roll here, but... Fire rate 17%. I can take that. This one would probably be better off if it was weak point damage. So let's try and get a gold roll of that if I can. If being the key word. No, there should be an event that replaces tomorrow's, as far as I remember. You can check the patch notes again, but I'm pretty sure that an event replaces this one. Okay, weak point damage is set. I don't know if I'll use another fire rate core, but this should be good enough. Now, let's take a look at what we got here. All right. So, with regards to this thing, this little punk. Okay, it's 37%. So we'll start with the usual. Okay, good. Now, multi-hit wise, this thing is somewhat nice, but I don't know if I should use it. Maybe I can use it if I float, but that's probably not going to be my goal here. So I guess let's buff the usual, because its critical hit damage multiplier is not that high anyway, yet I still need to critically hit. So I don't really care about the rate, but I probably need to care about the damage, don't I? Let's go work it in the lab. Hey, Chalen.
Welcome, Descendant.
Season 3 is also 86, 85 days away, so if you don't mind, guys, I won't be discussing anything Season 3 related. If you want to get hyped for it, this is the wrong place for you. Alright, I just want to say that straight, because why are we focusing on Season 3 when Season 2, Episode 2 literally just started? Can we please focus on the current season? If you want to get hyped for another season, find another stream, please, okay? I will just throw you out, and I don't care. Because we should not be discussing something that's 80 days away when we should be focusing on the now. Okay. Now back here. Look at weak points. And of course we will need chill, so let's go with that. These two are pretty standard. Sorry, what about the bugs this season? You talking about the mod bugs and all that? Because yes, that is another issue. Hopefully they can fix those soon. Okay, we're gonna need the fire rate as per normal. The question is, do I want to move into criticals at all? Because all I'm getting is more rate, but can I just go for multi-hit? I could, realistically.
New subscriber
I'm
detected.
curious now. Because the weak point multiplier for this is naturally low anyway, even if I were to increase my crit rate. Am I really doing what I'm supposed to do? I don't think so. Rather, but my weak point multiplier is also low. That's another problem. I need it, but it's low. So I'd be looking at something like this. Because no matter which way I slice it, multi-hit damage is probably the best way to go. Huh. And I probably need one of these. Ah, fair enough, Austin. Thanks for clearing that up. But yes, I agree. It would be nice if we focused on the current season, mostly because I just think that it would be a smarter decision. Right now, we just have too much to think about. Too much we need to be worrying over. And if we're focusing on next season, then, you know, that's not exactly great. We should be focusing on the current season and what we can do. I'm going to have to level this up. I want to try. I want to actually try this. So I'm actually going to take this and go smack things in the face with it. Mostly because I'm now just very interested to see what will happen. Okay, I can spend one catalyst right here. Gonna change that to an M slot. Put that in there. Then I'll need another R slot, another M slot here for charge amplification, and that should be perfect. And we should have everything we need. I'm also going to need to change 2 of the roles. I'm actually going to mess around with it on Serena specifically, but I would need to change this too. Ugh. I'm probably going to change the sniper rifle mounting, because I just like every other weapon better. Not really, Kevin. We seem to be fine. Okay, let's readjust the adjustments here. These two are okay. Just give me weak point. Weak point and rounds per magazine would actually be a dream. If they would bother. Come on, weak point gold. I actually also don't mind crit rate. But I need weak point gold first. Yeah, pretty much. I have a setup for that, so it's not going to be a problem. It's cheaper if I keep rolling. Malevolence, very nice. Well, got what I wanted. Weak point damage and crit rate. Okay. I can accept it. Yep, this looks decent enough to me. I could probably increase the fire rate even more, but this should be fine for me. Should being the key word. But I would need a reactor that I can slap onto that. And I also need to level it up a couple of times, so we're gonna go bring out good old Nesraya. For the thing is, like, if you actually take a look at it, the multi-hit damage can be pumped up quite a lot, so I went for multi-hit. I did not bother with the crit rate because even with the inherent crit damage, it's only a 1.25 times multiplier, so I wanted to build it for multi-hit and see whether or not it will work. Universal. Oh, sorry. Technically VEP. Hello, Galen. Thank you for the rose, but yes, it's going to be VEP because theoretically you can use it universally, but I'm going to skew it to VEP 30. Yes and no. I don't know. I'll see how I feel about it. I'll change it at a later time based on my taste, but I do like to have a lot of rounds in this. Like I said, I'll see. And I don't want to use it on Haley anymore, so that's why I've just dumped the crit rate. if I wanted to use it, sure I can, but inherent multiplier 1.25 when I can bring this up even higher, I'm like, I don't feel like it. Because even if I increase a 1.25 times multiplier, I'm not going to get a lot of utility out of it, and I'm still at the mercy of critting. So that's the problem. But at least with Serena, I can, if I stay in the air, realistically speaking, I can do a lot of shenanigans. And I can increase my multi-hit if I want to at a later time. So that's also pretty fun. Even if I use it on the ground, that's also okay, but yeah. I will see how it goes, because most of the time that you're running through VEP, you're just barreling straight through and it's not even a problem. I don't think they're gonna give her different abilities because, look, when the ultimates were released, they were not intended to completely replace the base descendants. Now, people would use them anyway because even a small advantage is a good advantage. But what I will say is that, again, they're not intended to completely replace the original descendant. If they gave Serena, like, an actual flying, I think that'll be a problem. I think that'll be an actual issue, because then what did we even build up normal Serena for? You get what I mean? So I don't think that would be a great idea, at least from the standpoint of what we have in this game already. Because if they break their own rules, that's not going to go very well for them. Again, my opinion. And why would I bother doing that inverted insight? That's not the point of the game. I have literally no reason to do that with my limited playtime. I'd rather work on stuff for people. I mean, if people want to waste their time doing that, that's on them. But you, with all due respect, you don't pay me enough to do a challenge like that. And Enduring Legacy is completely garbage right now, Eric. At least it's outclassed by pretty much every other gun that I've seen, so. Well, B. Ramsey, unfortunately, yes, I do agree with you. But that being said, we have to at least try and keep the faith. Hey, Lawbreaker, how's it going? Now, don't forget to like the stream in the meantime, all right? And I hope I've greeted everybody. Foxy, in case I didn't greet you earlier. Hope you're all doing good. Either way, if the devs start breaking their own rules, it's going to ignite a whole new debate of why is it that the old ultimates are not as good as the new gen ultimates, because the new gen ultimates is so much better. So I would hope that they're a bit smarter than that, because like I said, it's not going to go very well.
A new member has arrived.
Take this.
Thank you for the gifted memberships, D. Russ. Very, very kind of you, my friend. Thank you, thank you.
A new member has arrived.
Damn it. Keep
A new
running.
member has arrived.
No. Bastards.
A new member has
I
arrived.
always appreciate the gifted memberships, my friend.
Damn it.
A new member has arrived.
My shield. Come on. No.
Hello, Eisen Ford. How's it going? Damn, I thought it would reach. What a shame.
This is going to hurt.
It's all good.
Damn it.
Attend when you have time.
ends. Let's end this. Keep trying. Take this. There's no getting away. Those bastards. This is going to hurt. My shield. Stamina.
Damn. Whoops, went under the
Begin
map.
tracking.
If this is the fastest, if this is the only 400% we have for today, I might actually go to a defense mission. Because that would probably be faster than this.
There's no getting away. Take this. Keep trying. You can't escape.
Okay. Let's head back to Albion. Let's go do a defense mission. I should be able to get an extra level pretty quickly. Should being the key word. Well, goofball, I mean, these builds are just there. You can just follow them. Anyone can do what I do. All the knowledge is shared for free. Okay. Let's go into the consumables.
New super chat received.
Thank you, Foxy. Always appreciate the love. Okay, let's go shove one of these in. Do I have anything that's less than that? Actually, this will do. Yeah, let's just use the 1 hour one. The crappy 1 hour one will be fine. It'll be out much later this week. Okay. Hello, DJ Mark. Thank you, John, as well, for the gift of memberships.
Has arrived.
I appreciate that. And honestly, Goofball, it's just practice. Like, once you practice with this game, most things come to you. There's still things that I don't know. There's still things that I learn along the way from people, so don't worry too much about it. Like I said, we're just here to share the knowledge and just do what we do. So, I'm more than happy to do that.
A new member has arrived.
Anyway, as for the Malevolent and Void Erosion Purge, I'll probably drop that another day. Like I said, it'll be later this week, but it'll be another day this week's.
A new member has arrived.
Well then, make sure to charge your phone in
A
future,
new
DJ
member
Mark.
has arrived.
That would probably be the better way to go. I appreciate that, Navy Cop. But you know what I mean. My stuff is just here to help. And if it helps, then good. I'm satisfied with that.
Let's end this.
Okay.
Keep trying.
Well, I hope you find a better situation soon, DJ Mark. You've been my prayers. This is the, third electric person introduced into the game. Sharon and Bunny were first, then Ines was introduced around January this year. Updated, I haven't played Bunny with arcade tuning, no. I'm waiting for them to fix MP Collector. I'll probably update her build after MP Collector is done.
You can't escape.
Lol. Damn. Alright, somebody's gonna get hit with the shame bells right now.
Reloading.
I hate how if you accidentally click that, it takes you out. I don't know why it does that. MP Collector is not trash.
New super chat received.
MP Collector is actually useful for several builds. Thank you, D-Rust, but why are you paying me for not saying hi to Foxy? Just apologize. I mean, listen, Dre, if you feel that MP Collector is trash, I'm not going to try and counter your point of view. You're welcome to believe whatever the hell you want to believe. But MP Collector is useful, you know, when it's actually used correctly and when it's working correctly. Right now, it's not working correctly, so that's fine. If you feel that way, Dre, like I said, we've been using it without problems. The percentage is not necessarily trash. It's useful in groups of enemies, which is how it's meant to be used. Again, if you have a problem with that or you have a problem understanding it, then that is entirely you, man. It's been used in several of the top farming builds for ages. Most people have no problem with it. So again, if you're the only one having a problem with it, that is what we call a you problem, Mr. Dre. So there you go. Enjoy, Zarif. Now let's have a look at the polls. So far, it's actually a pretty even split so far after 114 votes. Half the people are using the new doggo, half the people are using the old doggo. Pretty interesting. No problem, Jim Lee. Hopefully, if they do fix it this, this particular evening, then it'll be nice. Yes and no, goofball. Nobody really needs to code farm anymore, but if you still do because you're new to the game or whatever, it's really down to your personal choice. A lot of people like the new spec ops for code farming if they really want to, but again, not necessary. Sure. Like I said, whatever works for you, Dre, here's a thumb. You are welcome to use whatever build you feel is good, you know. Mine is for maximum efficiency and best results. If you want to use your own build, you can go ahead and use your own build. Doesn't matter. Go ahead.
Let the show begin.
Oh, Spec Ops I just use for leveling. I don't care about
no
gold.
getting away.
They didn't say they fixed it in the hotfix notes though. That's why I still haven't been using it. Did they fix it? I can double check the hotfix notes after this, Bobby, but I don't think they actually posted about it being fixed. Could you double check for me where they said they fixed it? Because I don't believe it's in the, I don't believe it's in the... Well, Dre, I'm gonna tell you one thing. If you mess around again, alright? assuming I'm in a less forgiving mood, I'll just throw you out of my stream. So, if you want to joke around, there's a difference between joking around and having fun, or, you
Keep
know,
trying.
just spreading misinformation or being a moron. Please don't do that, because, look, if I'm in a bad mood, I'm just going to throw you out of stream and ban you. End of story. So, just don't play around like that. We're very serious here about one thing, and that's proper information.
This is going to hurt.
Yeah, me neither. That's why I'm like, where did they say it? You say they updated the patch notes? Okay, I'll check after this. Because even after the update, I don't think they said it, but I'll check.
Let's end this. You can't escape.
My recommendation, Leaf,
This is where it ends. This is going to hurt.
like I said, you're welcome to your personal preferences, and that's why I haven't thrown you out of my stream just yet, Trey. But what I will say is that it's not trash. So, if you want to talk personal preference, then that's fine. But you can't just call something trash when it is used by a lot of people. And not only that, it is actually very good. What you believe is up to you. But again, keep it cool here. Alright?
This is going to sting.
Okay, so they did actually do that. Fair enough. I'll verify it with my own two eyes after this is all done. But good to know. Thanks for that, Bobby. Appreciate it.
Let's end this.
If they have, then I might actually work on Bunny immediately. That's what Ines is designed to do. Yes. She is designed to delete everything. But if they've already fixed it, then I might actually get started on Bunny.
His shield has been damaged. Damn it. Oh, damn.
It was, yes.
Take this.
In the first week of the update, before the first hotfix, it would not activate a lot of the time. Depends on people and system and all that, but it actually would not activate quite a bit of the time, which actually caused problems for Bunny because she was quite dependent on it, depending on the type of build you're using, of course. Now, for my builds, because basically all I need is just that, it worked really well. But now, since they've already said that they've fixed the issue, I might work on Bunny, only because people need it, and because Bunny is coming up. Leaf, if you already have Serena and
This is going to hurt.
Ines done, I would not pick Ultimate Bunny from the box. At the end of the day, it's up to you, but she can be farmed so easily. So I would just recommend picking the skins, because you're not going to be able to get those skins again. Just honest advice, because a lot of people, they regret picking Ultimate Bunny out of the box when they can get skins. So the decision will be yours at the end of the day, but I would recommend the skins, dude.
Let's end
I would never pick an ultimate that I can get for free over something that is exclusive and will not be returning to the game. The same thing that happened with Sharon last time. Like, people were like, oh, when can I buy the Sharon skin? Is it going to be in the shop? No, it's not, and it will never be in the shop, so be aware of that. I try to do the RK thing in small doses. I try not to spend my entire day doing that because, yeah. Why would you stop using the doggo? He's actually quite useful. So that's a very odd choice, but he gives you free health and ammo, and he just picks up stuff, so...
Stand up. No.
No, sorry, goofball. I don't really have that. The best way for you to catch up is watch all the patch notes videos. That way you learn everything that you've missed out on. I don't have a catch-up video because there's honestly quite a lot, and I would prefer it if you caught up by the patch notes. Because there's, like, I'll have to do a catch-up video with every update. So, yeah. That's usually not the best way to go. Hey, laid back. No. It's a pick one only. Again, Leaf, this is all of the patch notes videos, so this is why, guys, you've got to watch the patch notes videos. Because everything you need to know about events, things like that, all in the patch notes video. Now, occasionally there are updates to it. Whoa, look at the frames. Occasionally there are updates to it, but most of the time, if you check out the patch notes, everything you need to know is in there. Including things that where it's like you can have either or. So yeah, and they also did tell you in the start screen when you start up the game, there's that little advertisement. It shows you Ultimate Bunny or the skins, so it is a pick or. Alright, don't make the wrong decision and regret it.
This is where it ends. You can't escape.
They won't be bringing back any of the cosmetics they've sold before, because they've already mentioned that once they put something out, if it was considered a limited time item with a timer on it, they cannot bring it back. And that's what they've stated repeatedly. Again, if they break their own rules, then they're going against the laws and things that they've laid out. So I hope they don't do that, but at the end of the day, it's their choice. However, it could go badly for them. One thing I will say is that most likely MP Collector is working just fine. Just don't forget that if you're only killing a limited number of characters, it will not activate well, because it is ultimately designed for large groups of enemies. What you're supposed to use it for is you're supposed to use it when you're running around fighting with large groups. So if you use it when you're not fighting large groups, then it just will not go as well. Okay. I'll have to see what's the difference between multi-hit and crit, but we will see. Anyway, for the crit one, I am going to actually build this up as well. This one will not use multi-hit, just to give it a fair comparison. Oops. We'll just use the base multi-hit induction here so we can go apples to apples. Okay, and then the last spot would probably go toward... I'd probably still need an M slot. Or, actually, I may not. But this is still a special... I might just throw an M slot in. Because no matter what, it would still be a multiplier. So that makes very little sense if I don't do that. Yeah, one more M slot will do. Okie day. I can make that happen. Playing without doggo reminds you of the beta. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, let me actually go to my bunny. Good old bunny. Now this time around, let me see. I will probably use the older build for bunny because I don't really need the newer one. So let me adjust that. Farm proficiency, then we will have do I have a sprinter set? Oh, but this one would require me to use a full sprinter set, which I don't really want to. So I could just run ascending because it reduces skill cost anyway, which makes sense to me. These are both ascending. Why do I have this older one? Okay, let's remove that. Equip the Hagios Sheepdog. Inversion Reinforcer will be for bunny at least. She doesn't care. So give her movement speed. I can give her that. Let's give her hit point recovery for no reason. Okay, now we're going to slap in the Albion Cavalry Gun. And for arcade tuning, we'll probably need speed first. Thanks, OG Chris. Appreciate that. Doing good, Bernie. Alright, that's been settled. Let's go to the 400% farming build, which is pretty standard as well. My duration and cooldown are pretty much matched, so I don't have to sweat that. Does this thing benefit in any way, shape, or form? Or do I need to? The cooldown is less than the duration anyway, so this should be fine. Okay, so I don't need any further cooldowns. We have everything we need here. Maximize range and skill expansion for the 300%. Okay. Arcade tuning wise, I don't need any further cooldowns, so I can probably just go up here. Now we'll avoid this node based on her particular needs. Yeah, let's avoid that node for now. Okay, that'll work. Happy to deliver the right content. Hey, listen, nothing wrong with that, Devin. If you like the new doggo, use the new doggo. I'm just curious to see whether or not people are actually using it or not actually using it. And considering the fact that they are actually using it, that's pretty interesting. It's a nice even split. Okay, let's go into Sigma Sector. So while we level up the Albion Cavalry Gun, we'll be running around with it. We'll also run around Sigma Sector and also get Bunny's arcade tuning up and running because I know a lot of you guys wanted to see that. So let's make it happen. You wonder if ATOMs for Haley Zenith is better than Piercing Light? I don't think so, because the ATOM's biggest benefit is the big charge up, the 260% charge up that you get. So I don't foresee it being useful in that way. And I don't really compare Serena and Bunny because, of course, Serena is faster than Bunny when it comes to farming, but Bunny is very accessible for a lot of people. So she's usually the first ultimate that people grab. If they have got Serena already, they don't really need her, though. And do I think they need to nerf Serena? I don't think so. I'm not into the idea of nerfing Serena because I don't feel it's necessary. But that's just me.
Aircraft is used to fly through void storms. It must be shot
Yep,
down.
MP Collector is definitely working. she goes.
No chance.
That being said, I do have to question, though. Why on earth did they choose, for some god-awful reason, to make it go down? Why did they decide to nerf Freyna and Bunny in this area when it's one of the best places to get XP? That's the only thing I don't understand. Poor Bunny did not get balanced very well in this content. That's okay. That's easy enough. What I will do is I will adjust the inversion reinforcer because there are several segments in here, right? Where unlike the 400% where it's a continuous horde of enemies, as you can see, there are several segments in here, so your MP collector will work, but there are several segments in here where you will not have enough enemies. So I would still put MP collector in, but I'm also going to use the inversion reinforcer that compensates with the Hagios Sheepdog for healing. That should be sufficient for Bunny. That is what we call your personal feng shui, because I know people who always get it when they use a stabilizer, they never get it when they don't. So that's RNG for you. You can build your Bunny however you like. This one is with maximized strength via non-crit. So this one will give you the max bang for your buck, because even crit deals less DPS, unfortunately. So non-crit, but if you want, you have to maximize your movement speed. That's usually the biggest problem with Bunny, because if I want to run around, right, I'm going to need Enduring Legacy to reach 1,300 movement speed. If I can reach that, that's good, but I got to level the Albion Cavalry Gun. 2-for-1 deal. So I'm going to level that while leveling this. Like in these sequences, you'll never run out of MP. But, because there's so many sequences in between, where you're not going to get as much speed, I feel like it's way, way better. I do kind of want to use a full ascending set with her, just to increase the movement speed even further. Yeah, like here, she won't do as well. So this is where the MP gen will actually come in handy.
Out of my way. So slow.
Am I?
Mission
Okay.
complete. Transport inbound.
Back,
See you
we'll
soon.
adjust. Okay, let me readjust a couple of things. First, we're going to go for movement speed because that's actually a necessity. So we're going to go down here and grab this. Then once we're good on that, yeah, I don't think there's anything else we need. For Bunny specifically, that's important. Hello, Valentines. Okay, it's up to level 14, but we'll have to make do with that. Inversion reinforcer. Change this over to MP. This one gives adrenaline rush. Okay. Again. Other sector. You know, all this time, the votes have been pretty consistent on both sides. Very interesting to see that. I do, to an extent, want to use the new doggo when I get the chance. But the heal on the old doggo is actually just too useful to give up.
This is HQ. Troops are on the ground.
I mostly sell them off
Transport is
because
en route
I
to
have a
standby
Descendant
position.
slot for every single
Best of luck,
character.
Descendants.
So since I have a slot for every single Descendant, I don't have to worry too much, you know? So I always sell off all my extra character mats, but again, for me, it depends on how much my needs are. If I don't have a lot of need for it, then I don't bother. Now we still have MP Collector, but we also get to blast across time and space, which is nice. Then in that case, you just say you're using the old dog. No, I don't think so, Osprey, because they make it so you can put in duplicate Descendants to make them stronger. That is going to cause a bit of uproar. Because people are going to be like, I farmed so long to get this one Descendant, you know, and I have to buy some more or get some more. I don't know. They could always introduce it as a system later, but I don't think it'd be wise to introduce it now. That's my take anyway. Of course, I could be completely wrong. And you never know. Maybe next update they'll say, hey, this is our new system. We just thought of it. Now you can put in duplicate Descendants and make your Descendants stronger. Ta-da! There's always that possibility. Is it worth buying the new dog? I mean, honestly, it only took me 5 hours to farm the dog, including the construction materials. So the choice is going to be yours at the end of the day. I can't tell you what to do with your money. But what I'll say is that if you do end up buying it, please make sure you register me as your creator first. Yeah? Link will be in the chat. Nightbot will put it up. Yes, I'll drop it this week. There is a way in-game to get more Descendant slots, but you have to buy them. If you want them free, they only show up in ETA 0 every now and then. Descendant slots are only like 50 caliber, which is $1, so I would say just buy them. You cannot earn them in-game other than from ETA 0. That's the only method, and ETA 0 only brings them out very, very occasionally. So I would recommend not waiting for that. Yeah, that's what I said. I don't know if it's worth it getting it or not. Because if it's worth, like, do you want it? If you want it, then it's worth it. Because quite frankly, as you can see from the polls, people are pretty split between the two. I just use my old dog. I have the new dog for mastery, but I'm still using the old dog. So I don't sweat it, honestly. That's the best answer I can give you.
New subscriber detected.
Welcome, new subscribers.
Requesting transport support.
Okay, again. They could put in a different species of companion, but they'd have to have different animations for it. different emotes. I'm pretty sure that's why they haven't introduced a whole new species yet.
Descendant, confirm arrival at the operation zone. Proceed with caution.
This is HQ. Enemy reinforcements incoming. Requesting strike on staging area.
The new dog doesn't collect ammo. He generates ammo. There's a difference, okay? This is why you gotta be very clear on the things that you say. The new dog does not collect ammo. He generates ammo on a time delay. He will not pick up ammo on the ground. Okay, please be very clear about that. If you're unsure of what something does, ask in chat. Alright, so yeah, please do not... Again, we're very strict on misinformation here. I know it's not intentional, but just be careful about the things you say. And if you're not sure, then leave it to me to answer it. I promise you I'll answer it. But yeah. The new dog does not collect ammo. He generates it. Yeah, I pre-farmed all the food that I needed to get him to level 30. So that was alright. But now I'm like, I don't want to go into the Void Vessel again. I mean, I will if I have to. But, ugh. Pre-farming the food was annoying. Tamer was never the meta. Tamer was just the meta in Season 0 when some morons thought that it was the best thing since sliced bread because they couldn't understand what unique abilities were. They hadn't built any of the ultimate weapons. They just slammed everything into this one gun because they bought their catalyst. Tamer was never the meta. The first meta was Enduring Legacy. That I can say, okay, that's fair. Because that truly was the meta, but Tamer was never the meta. Tamer was literally flavor of the month when everybody was in noob. Because this bunch of absolute nerds told you without actually doing any research. That was in the times of like literal fake content being on streams and channels. That was when the Tamer was popular. Like I wrote in my video, the Tamer was nothing more than a starter weapon. You're not supposed to invest more than 4 catalysts in it. And even then, you didn't have to. But it was just wiser. Like some people nowadays, they just throw an energy activator instead because people realize catalysts are worth more than energy activators. So some people just throw an energy activator in instead and don't think about it. It wasn't really drama, it was just rubbish. There's just a bunch of people saying, oh my god, look at my DPS. Then they realize that you can increase DPS by just falsely inflating magazine, things like that. And that was the whole DPS trap that everybody fell for in Season 0, which I had to explain in my Enduring Legacy video, and still nobody paid attention to it. It's kind of crazy.
Hound actual to HQ. Mission complete. Requesting transport support.
Lol, Carlos. I mean, sure, that's one way to do things. For me, I just pre-farmed the food like before Serena dropped. Then when Serena dropped, I went off and just did all the things I was supposed to do. And that worked really nice. For me, at least. Now, back in control. Okay. Have to go back to Sigma Sector. We're just gonna bum around here while we do our thing. How far along are we on this? Okay, level 26. Get another arcade tuning point. I just need these and then I'm done. Either way, it's gonna be the same, so it doesn't matter whether I go up or down. So I'll just go down here, grab these, or I can just go across. Doesn't matter. Same thing. Okay. After that, I have to come up here and then grab all this. These could potentially help Bunny cross, but Speed is important. I think I'll stick with 0 crit for her. No point in going down this path. It's more costly module-wise, so I think this would be the faster way. Okay. Understood. Understood. And I can ignore all this too. I just have to ignore this node temporarily. Right. Back in we go. The polls are starting to sway a little bit, but still pretty even. 40% are using the new dog out of 168 votes, and 48% are using the old dog. Interesting. Okay, Bunny, build up your electricity. Let's go.
This is HQ. Troops are on the ground. Transport is en route to standby position. Best of luck, Descendants.
I murdered some of these guys, but they didn't drop the code. What? That's just weird. Not yet. I will at a later time, but I have no interest in it right now. Like, in my current state, no interest. But I may look in it, like, later on.
No chance.
For me, neither.
So
But if I had to pick, I'd probably pick the Golden Retriever.
Descendant, enemy troops are being transferred in large numbers.
I do love the bombardment. That always looks cool. Yeah, sure, go ahead. Ask away. Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu, Pomeranian. Those are not bad. But yeah, what do you want to know, Sir Guts? Yes. I wouldn't say it's not that you need it, because the percentage of the charge, like the percentage damage that you do doesn't change, but the charge time changes. So I would really recommend that you max it out so that you can charge it fast. Otherwise, you'll be charging forever. So just be aware of that. It would be best that you always maximize your unique ability. Besides, the ATOM's parts are not difficult to get. All you need to do is just target farm. Use the target farming system, which you should already know about. And if you do not know about it, you should be watching my video on it. But just use the target farming system, you'll be good to go. Yep, no worries. Happy to help. Never ever use a unique weapon when you don't have its ability fully leveled. Why? Because having the ability fully leveled is very, very important. Alright? Without it, you will lose out.
no chance.
And by the way, welcome all the new people to the show who are just tuning in. For anyone that hasn't heard it yet, that's just a little extra love for the people who super chatted today. Thank you so much, D. Russ, Jonathan, for the gifted memberships, Foxy, super chats, and all that. Appreciate you guys, as always. The good folks keeping us in business. The beam rifle is just more boring to farm. It doesn't take more time.
Subscriber
It's just boring as hell because I don't really want to play normal mode. So that's kind of the thing for me. If it wasn't for the fact that it was in normal mode, I wouldn't mind, but yeah. This feels like I'm wasting time because normal mode only gives 750 XP as opposed to the current 1200, so I'm just going to be a lot less efficient for no reason, unfortunately, and that's not what I want. Isn't it
zone
1,200? I don't think
Good
it's
work,
1,500. I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure it's 1,200. I don't think it's 1,500. I will check for you. I'm willing to take a look at a later time. But I seriously don't believe in Valby at all. When I have nothing else to do on my plate, you got my word, I'll go look into Valby. Because why not? I will never dance for you, Orochi. But I'm willing to check. Really? I always thought it was 1,200. Doesn't that just exacerbate the difference? Interesting. Like I said, I literally always thought it was 1,200. Because the other things are 300. So for example, Vord Vessel, 400%, they only give 300. So I always thought that high risk was 4 times that, which is 1,200. Good to know though. That means it's more than double. And 5 times better. Let me see. Doesn't it say? I thought it's... Oh, there it is. Yeah. Okay, so it is 1,500. You're right. The cost is I hate you for life and I don't ever want to speak to you. So how dare you even speak to me, Orochi? Nah, I'm just kidding. Let me see. Level 30. Okay. My inventory slots are not full. Oh, it's my modules. Okay. I will go and delete some modules that I don't need. But yeah, that just makes the differences even sadder. And the Malevolent, is it good on Ultimate Freyna? My answer to that, Bernie, would be that I like the Malevolent, but it doesn't have to be Ultimate Freyna. You can use it on any character. That being said, it's best used on Serena. Honestly, that's where you're gonna get the best use out of it. That being said, it can be used on almost any character. It's pretty fun. It's a nice weapon. It's got a lot of utility, so I do like it. It is a good weapon. And again, I don't know why I have this habit. I always come to an A when I know I'm supposed to go to Cillian for stuff, so I'm just like, Anyway, let me go grab these because I may need to use them in future. Okay, those will just open up naturally. Don't have to worry about the rest. Is it? Okay.
Welcome to the modules lab.
All I know is that it was a lot less, but then again, I did it only with Keelan, and I haven't really looked at it with any other character. Once I saw that it was less, I just did not even bother. Oof, I've got 600 transcendent modules. I mean, I don't really need anything right now, so I may as well delete them. Unless they're going to drop new modules in the next update, which I hope not. Okay, time to build up my stockpile again. I do hope, however, that they will at least bring up the other activities. Void Vessel being 750 is not bad. It's still not good enough, though. Because if I want to take a break from this, nothing competes with 1,500. The 400% should be, at least in my personal opinion, 1,000 XP. Next month in April is the next major update. This week's update is just a small hotfix. At least that's what they're saying. So updates are usually like in 1 month cycles. Like every month or so, they'll drop a hot new update.
Confirm arrival at the operation zone. Proceed with caution. Specialized focus aircraft
That appears to be
is
their
supplied.
cycle.
Defenseless. Shoot it down.
Yeah, that's when the new ultimate comes out. Emerald, we have a video for that. Look for my video on how to farm Kyber, because you don't farm it in a place, you farm it through 2 activities. If you haven't seen the video yet, you might be quite new to the game. I would really recommend you check out the video, alright? Here, I'll take a moment to link you the video, because it's one of the most important videos that you'll need on my channel. In future, here's the playlist of all videos. Please also check out all the different videos that I have, because it will help your journey in this game and will give you a lot of knowledge, okay? Let me go pick up the video for you. Here's the video that you need. And after that, make sure to bookmark my playlist and watch all my videos, okay? Thank you, Amber. Everything, all the questions that you have and all the information you need are in videos. You don't actually have to come to stream and ask it. Stream is mostly for like gameplay and also like the new stuff. So it's to watch me test builds, things like that. The basic knowledge that you need to do well in TFT is all in videos. So, good job. You're currently at your work day, so it doesn't bother me if you have to step away. Armon Camp, the maximum RK level is 40, so you're not going to gain any more beyond that. If it's not giving a particular character RK points, then there's nothing I can do for you. You might have to report it as a bug. But as long as your character is like below level 40, you will always gain RK points in the activities that give RK missions. And I don't know, Eisenfort. I genuinely don't know what's coming in April. All I know is that Ultimate Blair is coming in April, but I haven't heard anything else. There's been talk of reactor reroll, things like that, so there's a lot of stuff that could be coming in April. We'll have to wait until they start putting out teasers, which is exactly why I said I don't know why they're hyping Season 3 when they should be focusing on Season 2, Episode 2, which has a ton of new stuff, because people don't know what's coming yet. Well, that and the Ines nerf, yeah. In that case, sorry, Armand. Nothing I can do to help you. Because RK tuning points are working for all my characters. So if you're not getting any RK tuning points, ask in the official Discord or report it as a bug. Because that's what it sounds like to me. I don't think anyone else in chat is having bugged RK tuning. Well, we don't know if Ines is getting nerfed. Again, we don't know what's coming in the April update. All we can do is wait for the devs to talk about it in more detail. Supposedly, they have mentioned that Ines will be nerfed, and the supposed nerf date is April. The April update together with Ultimate Blair. But we don't know for sure what's happening or what's going on. If they choose to walk back the nerf, or if they choose to second guess it, then they will at that time. Rounds per magazine, dude. I have one of the roles of my core being rounds per magazine. Either way, you don't need to pay attention to that. Until I put out a video, like I said, there's no point in seeing what I have on stream. It's irrelevant. Because only once the final testing is done, then it works. So don't be too curious. So I heard.
Oh my.
But like I mentioned before as well, Baklava, I'm not 100% keen on spending yet. They need to show me that it's worth it first. Well, yes, I also hope that they will make Blair actually strong. Like, it would actually be good to have Blair be useful.
This is Hound Actual to all personnel. Void storm is intensifying. Conditions are unfavorable. Proceed with caution. Over.
We have supposedly a new skin
Specialized Vulgus aircraft detected.
in this update in the shop that you
That
can buy.
aircraft is
And again, that's why I said I'm not like 100%. I'm not like 100% down with it, because again, they haven't showed me that they've done anything to deserve me buying the new stuff yet. So I'll wait and see. Let me have a look. Did they post it? Was it teased in a live stream or something? Because I don't think they posted a teaser. My build is the 400% build that's already on my channel, my dude. So look for my 400% bunny farming build. It's the same build that I'm using right now. The only thing I'm going to update is the arcade tuning, and I'll post a video on that at a later time. So all you have to do is just go and consult my old video. Because literally nothing has changed. The modules that you'll need for Ultimate Bunny, the reactor, the type of all that kind of stuff won't really change. The only thing is that for reactor, I'm still using the old one because I don't care. But what I would put on for the reactor is electric singular, if you have it. A good electric singular reactor would work really well for Bunny. How do I maintain my hair? That's a genetic thing. I can't help you with that, man. There is literally nothing I can do for you, buddy. I just do what every guy does. I use shampoo, occasionally a little bit of conditioner, but that's it. That's all I do. I've got no special habits. Hair being good or falling out is all entirely genetically. It's your genetic predisposition. And if you're worried about it, you can get a hair transplant in Turkey. I think Turkey, yes. That should be the cost. That should be the place where the cost is cheapest. So Nadia, I hope you heard me because I didn't get a response from you, but go to my channel, 400% bunny farming build, yeah? If you have trouble finding it, you can come back here and ask, and we'll link you the video, but try to see if you can find it on your own. It's from a few months ago, but it's still good. Okay, no problem.
Captain Elias, deploying RK. I am the original.
Okie dokie.
Operation completed. Awaiting transfer to transport position. Well done, Descendant.
Power off.
New subscriber detected.
Come on, let me put in the points. There we go. Almost there. 3 more levels. I just want some speed on this.
New subscriber detected.
Welcome new subscribers. Hope you guys have a good time here.
This is Hound Actual to all personnel. Void storm is intensifying. Conditions are unfavorable. Proceed with caution. Over.
Well,
Large-scale
Baklava,
Vulgus transfer confirmed.
if you tune in enough,
Descendant,
you will know
stop
that
the
I'm
enemy
Celestial
troop
in Marvel
deployment.
Rivals. Of course I play PvP as well. But right now, most of my selection is all PvE stuff. Because I'm focusing on Monster Hunter Wilds as well as this game. But next season for Marvel Rivals, yeah, I'll be back on that grind. It's amazing how many people always ask me, do I play PvP games? But none of y'all ever tune in when I play a PvP game. Y'all should tune in when I do. Make sure you have your notifications set to all if you're interested in me as a streamer. If you're not, that's completely fine. Hello, April. Well, Nadia, that is correct. They've announced it multiple times. The game will be moving away from older console hardware. And again, nobody should be playing on an older console. If you're still playing on an older console, please get yourself an updated console. Don't play on old hardware. Gaming is an expensive hobby. Always have the latest. I do not play COD. Forgive me for saying, but I don't like COD because I find it to be unfortunately filled with cheaters and hackers, and I really don't like Activision anyway. If it was under a better company, I would play it, but I don't
Descendant.
like
The
Activision at all.
transport has dropped a wide-range shaping charge
I
on the
dislike
ground.
NetEase less than I dislike
We needed to purify the void
Activision
energy.
and Blizzard,
Find
so
the detonator
I'm
with your
more willing to
arcade
play
and
their
use the
game.
detonation device.
I am being serious. If you don't think I'm serious, that's up to you, but if you don't upgrade your stuff every about 3 years or so, you're gonna fall behind, so it's up to you, man. And if you're not making enough bank to upgrade every 3 years, then, well, that's a you problem. The best gun? There's no best gun to use on Bunny. It's really your choice. I mostly just use, because Bunny doesn't need a gun, so I just use it for leveling. If you want to talk about what would enhance her abilities the best, I actually use Enduring Legacy, because I just make the Enduring Legacy have, like, extra sprint speed, and Bunny just goes ham. Extra sprint and grapple cooldown. So one of the yellow cores is extra sprint speed, the other one's grapple cooldown, and that basically turns Bunny into a speed demon. So if I want to go fast, that's what I do. But there's no correct gun to use. Because again, Bunny does not rely on her gun. The only time you need to shoot your gun is like when there's the objective where the ship's in the sky or something. In which case, yeah, sure, you need to shoot your gun for that. But other than that, not really. So, yeah. For that reason, I don't foresee a great need for Bunny to have a particular gun. In the past, when there were different sprint speeds for different weapons, we would use the highest possible sprint speed weapon, or rather the highest possible move speed weapon, which I think was Thunder Cage or something like that. Or Python, I can't remember. It was one of the two. But after that, there was no need. The thing is, Bunny's main skill is the lightning emission, not really a fusion stuff. So even if you're using fusion, unless you really want to, you could use Blue Beetle for that. But I've never really seen anyone use the fusion version, because lightning emission just works a lot better. Yep, it's free on console. It's free everywhere, dude. PC, console, just download and play for free. The only thing you really have to pay for is cosmetics. The other things are all optional. It's honestly, the monetization here is no different from Warframe pretty much. But yeah, you can run Blue Beetle if you want to go through the extra trouble, but I wouldn't, because again, the non-crit version of Bunny works just fine, and you may as well go Speed Demon if you're going non-crit. At least that's the way I would do it.
Mission complete. All units proceed proceed to transport location. Great work out there.
No problem. Enjoy yourself. I hope you'll enjoy the game. And yeah, COD Zombies was fun. I used to actually play that with my girl, but now we've got Marvel Rivals, so it's fine. In fact, to be perfectly frank with all you guys, I'd rather play Overwatch than COD. Like, legit. I'd rather play Overwatch. But that's just the way I roll. Not everybody rolls the way I roll, but that's the way I roll.
Within the operation zone. All units, please proceed at your own discretion, but do not exceed your limits.
This is HQ. Enemy reinforcements incoming. Requesting strike on staging area.
Oh, I'll be playing comp, but next season. I got hunting to do, bro. Yep, that's the fast part. Wait, is that on Python? That's a bit of a shame. I was actually looking at like building the Python, but if it's got 2 yellow cores, then ugh. You're a Celestial, Rena?
My shields!
Wide-range shaping charge drop complete. Begin the void energy purification operation. Descendant, prime the detonator with your arc.
Anyway,
Then
if you want to do comp, no problem.
Device.
I don't know what rank you are, but I would say if you want to do comp, Rena, at least show up and play on the Saturday so I can get a feeling of your skills. Oh, Overwatch. Nah, bruh. I was talking Marvel Rivals. I said I'd rather play Overwatch than COD, but I only have time for Marvel Rivals right now. You talking about the purple one? Then yes. They should just take that off and replace it with something better. Alright, Jay. Look for this on my YouTube channel. Ultimate F2P Survival Guide. Don't worry about the new missions, don't think about it. First thing I need you to do is go watch that video. Go get yourself Ultimate Bunny, follow my 400% farming build, and you're good to go. After that, then focus on getting Mastery Rank 20. There's plenty of guides on my YouTube channel, but you'll need to slowly dig through the videos. There's no fast and easy part. With that being said, that one video will help you get through to the hard mode, and then increase your mastery after getting Ultimate Bunny. Also, tune into every stream that I do. People think I'm crazy or I'm kidding, but if you watch streams more than you actually play, you'll learn a lot, and you also get to ask more questions. But start there first. And dig through the videos. The videos are your starting point. We have a lot of videos, but it's good if you watch them all. I know there's a lot, but unfortunately, this game is the way it is. You don't really have a choice. If you say you don't know how to do things, then well, that's what you gotta do.
My shield!
What do you mean you don't have MR, Rena? It's literally a matter of just downloading it, bro.
Serious?
Okay, how far along are we?
Extraction from operation zone initiated. Good work, Descendant.
Okay, a little bit more in the arcade tuning points. Come on, give me the point. Give me the damn point. There we go. Okay, almost there. small increase to movement speed, and I'll be good to go. How much am I up to right now?
So slow.
It actually doesn't show me. Okay. Uncool. Oh, sprint speed. There we go. 1,200. All right. I can live with that. I can live with that. 1,200. I can live with it. Okay. Now let's go shove another M slot in here. Ding. For the multi-hit side, I'll probably have to use half aiming, but we'll see. That'll be one more. Lol, Rena. The fact that you even have that much gaming time is wild, bro. Unless you just, like, skip sleep. If you're just skipping sleep, then... Man. Man. This Benna living his gaming life.
This is Hound Action, reporting extreme concentrations of void energy within the operation zone. All units, please proceed at your own discretion, but do not exceed your limits.
Bruh. Then when do you work, bro? What are these gaming hours, man? Then the cycle starts. Man, I do have less hours now as well, but only because I've been focusing so hard on my music. Working on new tunes every single time is great. Hello, Black Fang. Good morning. And welcome new subscribers as well. Hello, Foxy. Damn, man, I hope you find something soon, you nerd. Lucky you live in a welfare country, man.
Arcane life signs detected inside a Vulgus structure.
Bro. Time to start getting ahead, bro. Get on your grind, get on your hustle, man.
New subscriber detected.
You can join Princess Star. You can join Princess Star in the job hunt. And Cobra Barrel, there's no way to get desired substats right now. All you can do is just keep making them drop until you get the stats that you want. Other than that, what substats you should look for are in the build videos. You look for the substats that I tell you about in the specific build video. So you follow it based on the build video. Hey, Zig. Dude lives in Australia, John. So he ain't gonna be doing that. Nope. You'll need to find him a job in Melbourne. Melbourne, Australia. Game's alright. I'm literally just chilling, talking with people, doing the boring thing. Now that I figured out MP Collector's working, I'm like, woo! I can finally play Bunny again. Yeah, he's Australian, mate. Hey there, Jack Rabbit. How's it going? Luciano, what up? Yeah, the time it takes to give you ammo is a bit high. Like, honestly, it would be better if it was like 20 seconds. Every economy is going to be looking like dirt forever, so listen, just suck it up and get a damn job. But now, you know, Rena, if I tell you get a damn job, I bet you some guy's going to say, oh, I wish I could play video games all day, every day. It's like, yeah, if only they knew the pressure. If only they knew. Oh, you got 4 hours? Then everybody's going to ask you, so when's the next build coming along, bro? Have you tested this? Have you tested that? I'm like, I'm one man. I've got 4 hours, man. I'm trying my best out here. Do you know how long it takes to level up RK? Like, bro. It's nutty. So, we all hustling, man. We all hustling. We should nerf the economy, yeah. It would be pretty nice. Oh, don't worry, Austin. I'm attacking all of y'all. You filthy animals. Look at you. Look at you.
Oh my.
Extraction from operation zone initiated. Good work, Dan.
Actually, that's my cycle. So I've got 2 more of the songs coming out this week. So tomorrow I'm dropping another one. Friday I'm gonna drop another one. Then the songs are gonna migrate to my new software. I'm gonna let you guys hear some new tunes. No one has heard it right now, but the new software, I'm just gonna tell you, it's freaking amazing. I haven't shared it with anyone yet, but I think you guys are really gonna like it. I know, Austin. And so I'm trying my best out here, man. I'm doing what I can. People actually been asking me for my Monster Hunter Wilds builds. I'm like, I'm a noob. I'm still studying. I know I take long, but it's coming, man. It's coming. I'm learning. But them's the breaks in life. You know, that's how it goes. We must be more than just machines. So let them hear our hearts. So let them hear our hearts. But yeah, tomorrow I gotta drop my bow build, man. This is what I gotta do. And I'm loving my bow build right now. It's literally insane. Tis one of the craziest bow builds I've ever seen. And it will rock.
This is Hound Action.
Block.
Reporting extreme concentrations of void energy within the operation
I
zone.
do everything myself. Don't pay anybody for anything.
Your own discretion,
The guy can't afford to
but
pay
do not
anybody for
exceed your
everything.
limits.
So everything that I do is a one-man show. I edit my own music. I edit my own everything. I make my own cover, image art, all that kind of stuff. I do everything. It's a one-man operation. Of course, it means I take home pure profit, but right now, I'm basically a startup. You know, I've been a startup for 3 years, but listen, that's how it goes, you know. I'm going to be a startup for a while longer. I didn't have any seed capital when I started this thing, so I knew I couldn't waste money. So what I do is I just focus on what I can do, just do what I can, and keep trying to make a profit. But hopefully, if my music starts to go out, you know, starts getting put in stores and stuff, you know, that one I'm still crossing my fingers for. But in the meantime, you know, there's no point just waiting for delivery and not making any new tunes, right? So I'm just constantly churning out new tunes. I've got some new, like I said, I got my hands on new software. It's amazing. Can't wait to let you guys hear that. I'm just going to keep churning and pumping it out. That's what I'm going to do. Oh, Bernie, you want to hear my music? No problem. Just go to my SoundCloud. SoundCloud RealAsianRobot. I don't know if you can click links on TikTok, but I'll just throw it in there for you. In a second. Let me just get to cover.
My shield.
Here. I make AI generated music, but mine stuff is the good stuff. It's not the usual AI slop. You can give it a go. Because I'm about to tell you, I'm practically going to have a stable of AI artists under me. All right. They've even got their own backstories. They've even got their own personalities. Just you wait till you see what I can do. I'm gonna hit up every genre that I like, except rap. Rap I want to do personally at some
Arcane
point.
life signs detected inside a Vulgus structure.
Yeah, Atoms is a solid sniper for one shots, but please be aware that it's not consistent. No matter what you do, you are still reliant on a crit. And all of that is explained in my video. So you will always be reliant on getting a critical hit because it's a multiplier. It's a big, big multiplier. And that's what's really giving you the damage. However, quite frankly, I don't like to use the ATOMs. I prefer other guns because I find them much more consistent. Oh, I'm just leveling up my weapon here because I've got no other choice. I want to get arcade tuning for Bunny. Can't get arcade tuning for Bunny if I level the Albion cavalry gun at the same time, because I want to test the Albion cavalry gun, see what it can do, you know. But I realized that before I can test the Albion cavalry gun, figure out what's best for it, you know, I need to actually finish resetting the slots, because multi-hit is completely different from crit. Last time I had to build it for crit because I didn't have any other options. Now I've got the option of multi-hit. So that's changed things for me a little bit.
I am the original.
I've already heard about it. My younger brother's already told me all about it. I'm looking forward to it. The new monsters, the new armor. I can't wait to fight Zoshia. Now that is gonna be hot. There's also an Arch Temper Raydown. Now that's gonna be hot. I can't wait. Honest to God, I love that they're going to be updating that game. You know, that's what I'm all about. So I can't wait to start sharing my builds there with you guys.
Get out of the way! Who am I?
Hound actual to HQ. Mission complete.
Huh.
Requesting transport support.
That's a good one, Chester. But yeah, honestly, looking forward to all of it. Games are getting hot. I've got too much to do and not enough time to play. That's the only downside for me, I say. But still, I'm enjoying it. That's what they say. They're gonna have arch-tempered monsters.
This is HQ. Troops are on the ground. Transport is en route to standby position.
I just can't wait for the next season of Marvel Rivals, man. I gotta get back into the
Specialized
slaying.
Vulcan aircraft detected.
I just gotta, you know.
That aircraft is used to fly through void storms. It must be shot down.
I just gotta be on all these different grinds because, look, there's a lot that I need to do in my life and there's a lot I need to achieve. I gotta take care of my family, and quite frankly, you know, I can't do that if I don't succeed because I've chosen a different path. You know, I could have been a simple corporate lapdog like everybody else, getting the rat race, but I chose to exit the rat race, so now I better do it on my own terms. So that's why, like, I only sleep like 4 or 5 hours a day. It's just not enough time, man. I gotta keep busting out the content. There's no time to relax. Either make it or break it. You know, I literally live on that edge every day. So yeah. But that is exactly why I cannot be beaten. Because I am very, very highly motivated. Yep, I'll do some dinners this week. I'll try and make some time for it. I only didn't last week because I didn't have time, but I will make time this week. You have my word on that. Maybe I'll do a little fundraising for the dinner tomorrow. It's been a while since I've had fast food, and honestly, I'm craving it. It's been like 3 weeks, and I would really like something super unhealthy this month. Thanks, Bernie. don't worry. I'm going to be covering a lot of different genres. So look forward to more of my music. More and more will be coming out each week. That's how fast I'm working. And again, like I said, it's not the usual AI slop. It's the real stuff. Hey, Martin. How's it going? Mr. Martin. Yeah, no problem. Like I said, I constantly release new music all the time. In fact, there's a new track coming tomorrow. It was supposed to be today, but I had to do a favor for somebody. So I couldn't really finish it today. But do not ever mention that taro pie. If I ever get a taro pie, shoot me, because that's a clone. That's not me. You know, if I ever say, this taro pie is great, you know, then you can safely get a gun and shoot me, because you know that's not real Asian robot right there. That's some imposter. Dude, the taro pie is freaking horrible. Tastes like you're eating sweetened chalk. Okay? Genetically enhanced RAR. Listen, I will only accept one kind of enhancement, and that is a mechanical enhancement. I need a new robot body to live forever, okay? Unless they're gonna put me in a sexy clone with like a super awesome physical body that has like Steve Rogers level of super strength, then sure, I'm gonna take that. But if not, then hell no. If I'm not gonna be Captain America, I'm not gonna bother.
No chance.
But yes, if you ever see a robot that's loving taro, just be like, what the hell? What'd you do with the real robot? Hands on your head! You can be Batman, alright? Just build me a freaking robot body, alright? I'll even help you fight crime or whatever. You just build me a goddamn robot body so I can live forever. And then for whatever life you want to be Batman, I will gladly be a support, you know,
Mission complete.
support
Transport
character or
inbound.
whatever.
See you soon.
Yeah, Glay's good. She is a useful character that is useful. Occasionally, she might even be useful. Sure, Zelg. I mean, hey, you like what you like. I'm just here to see if anybody is actually using stuff. Just curious, you know? Okay. Now, how close am I to finishing this? Oh, God. Still have to do this. Pain. P-I-N. Pain. Alright. Alright. Hey, Matthias, are you still here? What kind of reactor am I supposed to use on a farming Valby build with Hydro Bomb? Let me know so I can keep an eye out. I don't know what stats to use on her. Of course, I might go cooldowns just because cooldowns are a thing. But should I go cooldown and non-attribute? Decisions. Cooldown and what though? And what kind of reactor? Are we using dimension or singular or fusion? I mean, I know cooldown is a good idea, but dimension, fusion, singular. And hunter parts, are they good on bunny? Yeah, I'm using duration instead. You can go either way. You can go for like cooldowns via the hunter parts, or you can use duration from the annihilation set. Both works. I don't think it'll be the same as Glazed Masker Reactor, only because Glazed Masker Reactor, as far as I know, does some different stuff. Nice, Brandon. Non-attribute fusion? See it. Thanks, Matthias. I'll keep an eye out. Yeah, cooldown fusion. Gotcha. I gotcha. I'll remember that. For all of 5 seconds. No, I'm just kidding. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I will look into it because, hey, people have been wanting Valby for so long. I say, may as well. May as well, right? Okay, back in we go. My next arcade tuning level, though, I'm going back to the 400%. Is this head skin still available? I think it is. It came from an ultimate bundle. I think they're still selling it. I'm not 100% sure, though.
This is Hound Actual, reporting extreme concentrations of void energy within the operation zone. All units, please proceed at your own discretion, but do not exceed your limits.
I'd assume it would help her just like it would help Freyna, but yes, I will look forward to it. Enough people ask, Martin. Hell no. Enough people better freaking pay if they want Jaber. I ain't doing that shit. If I got like, say, 5 red super chats or something, you know, it's like $500. Then somebody said, "Hey, would you build Jaber?" I said, "Yeah, sure, man, no problem. I'll get on it right now, sir. I'll even use all these boosters and I'll build them up right now, sir. No problem." I'll even go into world chat and say, "Can anyone help me level up my Jaber?" Or in fact, I'll ask my stream chat, "Hey, anybody got Freyna or something? You help me level up my Jaber right now?" All right, just got $500. I'm gonna level up Jaber right now, sir. Sir, can I get you a coffee with that, sir? Do you want a coffee with that? Can I get you some tea? You know, some extra service? You know, thank you so much for freaking paying me $500 just to level up Jaber. Okay, I'll do it right now, sir. Anything you want, man. You need somebody murdered? I can do that too. I'm gonna call my American friends. But yeah, nah, I mean, honest to God, I hope they buff him because there's literally like no point. Nah. I will not run solo. I will literally just ask somebody to help me level up straight away because I am not wasting the customer's time. No, the customer deserves to see it immediately. All right, for $500, you best believe the customer is gonna get service, man. Service with a freaking smile. And that's what's gonna happen, all right? Lol, Martin. Don't waste your money on crap like that, man. Save it for your family. I'm happy enough with what you give me anyway. Nah, let's just wait till Jaber gets buffed, dude. There's no point in waiting. I mean, why do you want to see me build a subpar character? Like, what's the point in that, you know? It's nah. We wait. Hell, Sam. It's best we just wait until they make Jaber super awesome. Because I bet you they're gonna... I mean, it's your money and it's how you want to do it, but... I don't think it's wise spending, dude. It's Jaber. Like, why would anyone want to see freaking Jaber? Just wait until he gets buffed, man. He's literally garbage. So what you're saying is that you want to literally waste $500, man. I mean, yo, I take it, but at the same time, $500 to literally watch me level up garbage. And then my conclusion at the end of leveling up garbage is going to be, yeah, so guys, we just leveled up Jaber for the past 2 streams, guys. Absolutely fantastic. Had a great time. And I came to the conclusion, guys, that Jaber is trash. So thank you so much for sponsoring the stream, guys. I really appreciate it. You know, I really like to thank our sponsor who made the stream possible for us. And yep, we came to the ultimate conclusion, guys. Science has been done. We have done a thorough test, and yep, he's garbage. Okay, on a scale of 1 to radioactive waste, he's radioactive waste. Probably gonna still be radioactive waste in the next 10,000 years. So yeah. Yeah, that's about right. Who's the best Defiler killer? Defiler ain't in the game anymore, man. Now it's the Tormentor, but if you're asking about that, Serena. Well, yes, Selk. I'm currently playing TFD right now. I'm playing it at a reasonable pace. You know?
Mission complete. All
The only
units
one who wants to play
proceed transport
TFD
location.
all day, every day,
Great work,
are those
SF.
guys that need to do subathons just to keep them running. Yeah, let's go subathon, guys, subathon. Yeah, 20 hours of TFD. I'm like, okay. You know, I like people to pay for things that are worth their time. You know, I don't like to beg. But anyway, I'm glad you guys got a laugh out of all this, because yep, that's exactly what's gonna happen. So please do not waste your money. I advise you against this. It's a bad idea. You don't have to listen to me. I will take your money, but I will just tell you it's a terrible idea. Like, you're literally, like, I'm literally just gonna do back-to-back streams, leveling Jaber and being miserable about it. I could probably, in fact, get it done in one stream if somebody helps me level, because I'll just be sitting there in the defense mission. And that's all you're gonna see for like the first 2 hours. I will get a booster and just level Jaber there and just sit there and just catalyze him, and
This
I'll
is Hound
waste all my
action for all
catalysts just like
personnel.
maxing
Void
him
storm
out.
is intensifying. Conditions are unfavorable. Proceed with caution. Over.
Void Abyss shards? Yeah, it's Tormentor. So you just go into Tormentor, murder him, you get your Void Abyss metal fragments. I think you mean the Void Abyss metal fragments. Yeah, because Void shards, shard fragments are a different thing. Player retention is pretty good. I mean, we lasted 2 weeks at fairly high numbers. We haven't dipped to 7,000 just yet. Lol, Matthias. Well, thanks for putting €2 toward it. I'm glad you're enjoying the humor of the situation. Listen. If somebody sponsored it, all right, that person has the right to decide whether or not I get any help. If I have to suffer through leveling Jaber, then I'll do it. I'll literally do it if that's what the sponsor asked for, but, you know. Oh, this is my 400% bunny farming build trig. You can just go to my channel and copy it. I haven't done up the arcade tuning yet, so I'll do an updated video once the arcade tuning is finished, so I hope you don't mind waiting. And do I think it's going on the right path? I don't know yet. I genuinely don't know, because right now they haven't hyped Season 2, Episode 2. Everybody's already thinking about Season 3, because they dropped hints about it at their conference. So, is it going down the right path? I do not know yet. I am happy with the current update, but is it going down the right path? We'll have to wait and see. You don't have to wait for it. The module build is actually the same. So I'm using the same modules, component, reactor, whatever. You know, all that kind of stuff that I showed y'all before is all the same. The only thing I'm going to do in my updated video is just explain to you guys what I've updated. In fact, my reactor that I'm using is still the old reactor that is actually not supposed to be used for this. It's supposed to be an electric singular, but I never bothered changing it because I leveled this up for Bunny in the past and I just left it there. I can do more, but I just left it as it was, you know? Because there just wasn't a point. But if I ever find a good Bunny reactor, then absolutely. Yeah, next update's Thursday. And yes, it's on Thursday, not tomorrow. Tomorrow should be Wednesday, because yesterday was Monday. I should not be losing as much time in my brain for now. What are they adding? Outfits, but we don't know any details. They were very vague in their little preview. I didn't even know there was anything coming this Thursday. Listen, Chester, that ain't for you to decide unless you're throwing in for the 500, man. All right. Unless you're throwing in for the 500. No. That ain't for you to decide. Now, I will respect the decision of the person who foots the bill. But again, this is an absolute waste of your money. Big update is indeed in April. Yes, that is correct.
Why, you little...
I don't know the exact date. I'll tell you before it happens. Stick through the ditches and burn through the riches and slam in the back of my regular. Electric singular. So electric skill power boost, singular skill power boost. Those are the roles I would go for. Please tell me I got one more arcade point. Okay, great. That's enough for me.
Good work, Descendant.
That is enough for me. I'm getting out of here. Like I said, if somebody foot the bill just to make me suffer on Jaber or whatever, fine. You know, I'd accept it. But I would, they would be the ones to decide whether or not I could speed level him or do I have to level him up from scratch. All right. And if I have to level him up from scratch, sure. I'll take that. I'll take that.
Now what do you want? Go on, I'm waiting.
Sure, no problem, Alex. But if you need stuff, I would really recommend you go to the video and check that stuff because it will really help you out a lot. Okie dokie day. Let's take a look at these. Let's take a look at these. This is also garbage. Fusion. But not what we need. We will need the fusion and cooldown. That would be best. But for now, none of these are important, so we will get rid of all of them. Okay. I'll leave the fundraising efforts up to you, man. Okay, let's do this. Oh, wait, crap. The 400% are... Ugh. I don't want to do that. Does that mean I have to go Spec Ops? I may have to go Spec Ops the line. Alright, let's go. Spec Ops it is. Boo. Boo. Whatever, but boo. Cause I don't want the world to see me. Cause I don't think that they'd understand when everything feels like the movies. Yeah, you bleed just... I know I'm singing it wrong, but anyway. I still like that song, so I'm just going all over the place. Guess you can't fight the tears that ain't coming, or the moment of truth in your lies, when feels like the movies. Yeah, you bleed just to know you're alive. You got the old dog a week ago, Baron? Good.
Into the light.
Well, take your time to get the content, Baron. I mean, that's the whole point, you know? You don't want to be rushing through things. So take your time and just enjoy it. Just dig through the ditches and burn through the witches and slam in the back of your Dragula. My mother told me someday I will buy galley with good oars, sail to distant shores. Hey, Ibby, what up? Stand up on the crown, noble book I steer, steady course for the haven, many foemen, many foemen. You gotta have a way of keeping my mind active, you know. All you have to do is just do the seasonal quest, dude. If you finish the seasonal quest, you will be able to get your battle pass done super fast. Bunny in the big 25. I mean, no idea what that even means. Well, I'm usually right, but what would I write about? Oh, that. Well, yeah. I mean, compared to the other weapons that exist right now, hell yeah, it's buns. Hey, Mookie Mocha. Haven't seen you in a while. Been in jail or something?
Maximum power.
I do have electric condense. Using it right here. You thinking of something different, Trig? Or you thinking of high voltage? Well, I did tell you just build what I build, Ibby. There's a reason why people don't bother building what I don't build. You just build what you build. What I build. That being said, Enduring Legacy is not a total waste. You can use it as a speed stick for Bunny. So you can put on a lot of sprint speed on it and have fun. Yeah. 2 weeks ago, man. That's a long time. Well, yes, I actually also showed that on my live stream, maybe, but you weren't here. Could this Ines hurry up and leave if she's gonna AFK? Wow, a literal AFKer. That is so sad, guys. Yo, this person was literally just AFK. Wow, that is disgusting. Please don't ever be an AFKer. My glasses? I don't know. I haven't checked. I need to go and get my eyes checked up later this year. Can't afford it right now, though. I probably will around mid-year. Right now, it's okay, and I'm not looking to get stronger glasses yet. But I've actually forgotten my prescription. I have to admit that. That's completely fair, Chris. That would imply that I am 300,000 times blinder than a bat, so I should hope it's not over 9,000. Good job, Ibby. Good job. In that case, it sounds like your degrees are not correct.
No chance.
That cannot be correct, Ibby, because if you use my Serena's mobbing build, you won't be getting enough power from your fourth skill. But, I mean, sure. That's pretty crazy, because I have a separate build for it. But even I can't reach 2 minutes and 13 seconds. So, are you sure you used mine? Because I think you may have used a specific build for Void Erosion. I thought you said you did purge 30 solo in 2 minutes and 13 seconds. Or was that incorrect? Because if you did the Void Erosion purge in 2 minutes and 13 seconds, that's pretty damn good. And Ziggy, you definitely should get your eye exam done. Fair enough. That's probably what I figured. Because I haven't released the Void Erosion Purge build yet. Sounds good, Ziggs.
Get out of the way!
Yep, sounds fine, Ibby. Not really. It depends on which country you're in, but like here in Singapore, there's no so-called healthcare, but you can see the doctor whenever you want.
Out of my way! My shield has been damaged.
My region is Asia Pacific.
With shields! Ah! Yes! Will not fail.
You should follow the cores that I put on in the Glaean Last Dagger build. So there's a video called Glaean Last Dagger. You can reference that for what cores I have on my Last Dagger. Unfortunately, yes, finding the good external components, Ziggy, can take a while. Doctors will always be busy because they just simply don't train enough medical professionals. Keeps the job exclusive, keeps costs for the healthcare sector higher. But then again, considering the level of intelligence for most of the population, it is hard to get enough doctors because most people can't handle the study anyway. That's the other problem. Okay, crit is fully settled. Okay. Understandable,
Would you
Mookie.
like to use the laboratory?
Alright, guys, moment of truth. Let's go see what happens. No, because charge amplification will reduce your critical hit damage. The last act is a critical hit weapon. Like, you can follow the module build in my video as well. Look for the Glaean Last Dagger build video, Ibi. That should answer all your questions. Okay. Let's play. Actually, you know what? This is better. Ah, crap. But then this, the ricochet will spread. Okay, never mind. What's one then? Should be alright. Okay, initiating first test. This is a multi-hit test. We are actually going to summon a gunner for this. So we're gonna need you. Okay, we're gonna start with the multi-hit test and then we will carry on from there. I won't adjust the reactor just yet. Let's begin with a multi-hit test. And And we'll remove all these for now. They will be readjusted later. Okay. Test number 1, full magazine, multi-hit test. Multi-hit setup as well. Here we go. Okay, hold up. We're gonna have to reset that test. That's no good. Okay, I'll try and keep the crosshair on the body so we can get a full mag dump. Here we go. This is a lot easier. Okay, that'll work. All right, let's get an actual result now. Okay, so it ends up with being 6.7. Roughly, this is multi-hit. I'll have to do more thorough testing another day, but let's see the difference. Okay, this is crit build. Crit build is getting readjusted, so we shift over to crit guns. Here we go. Reset. Oh, I only test on the highest level enemies, but the amount of damage you deal is, well, it's based on like how hard you're hitting and how often you're hitting. Even with all that, I think crit just completely overwhelms multi-hit. This is with a full crit multiplier, including in this. I've just dealt double the damage. That's 11.9. 11.1, sorry. Let's do the test again for consistency before we figure it out. So even though the crit multiplier on this is really low, crits are actually better. Now we know the truth. So if a weapon can go crit, or if a weapon can go multi-hit, it's probably better if it goes crit than it goes multi-hit. Add to that how much you can actually hit the head. Well, yeah, there you go. Okay, you got 12.8 here. All right, one more time for consistency. Here we go. Okay, yeah, 11.3. Okay, sweet. I may have to re-roll this a little bit. I might actually re-roll this thing so I can get weak point, firearm attack, critical hit rate, critical hit damage. So that might be best. Okay, we're just gonna now, for surety's sake, we're just gonna shift back to the multi-hit version. And we're gonna switch back to multi-hits here. Okay, again, save, go. Repeat test. Yeah, even fully empowering multi-hits, just not getting the value out of it. We're just not seeing the same kind of value at all.
Reload.
So this test is not inconsistent. Even with such a low critical multiplier, this thing is just far better with crits, so it makes sense to stick with crits. This is working. The only thing that I have is multi-hit induction. But let's see now between multi-hit induction or something else.
New subscriber detected.
Can we roll, say, a different perk? Decisions. Because I would need, if I could, I would need like a different, or maybe multi-hit induction is just the best idea. Giving myself a random multi-hit chance. Okay, between multi-hit induction and, where is it, multi-hit trigger. Because there's only one thing that I can put on that would give me this, but without any problems. Okay, again. Now it's crit, but with this. Let's see if I can get any value. Here we go. Both are roughly the same, but the induction would give me more value in the field. Okay, fair enough. Alright, that's okay. I'll have to change one of these slots to an alternative slot so I can test a different module, such as sharp precision shot or mental focus, but that should be good enough for me. Okay, we're in business. Now we know what this thing can do. Swap it over for crits. Actually, wait. It wasn't on the crit arcade tuning. Whoops. Okay, hold up. I better retest it. I want to be sure. 100% sure. Okay, this is with the crit arcade tuning system. Full magazine. Again. Raw test. Raw test. Some shots actually missed there, unfortunately. You're kidding me. We got 16. Okay. That's really working in my favor. Did I just score more headshots there or something? Okay, no, that's more reasonable. So I must have scored a lot more headshots there. Okay. So both either or, same diff, no diff. We can go with either one that we choose. If we happen to hit weak spots a lot, or we go for the head, this might actually be better. If we don't, then it doesn't really matter. No. The difference was because I was hitting the head. Because that was triggering the weak point multiplier. And although I've only got one weak point module, which is the M module, that made a difference. So just wasted catalyst, but that's fine. Okay. Hey, Doc. Let's go see some stupid things. I occasionally like to do some stupid things. Okay, but first I'm gonna need to actually put a machine gun on this. Do I even have... 1 second. Let me go... There you are. We just need a reactor, so we're going to go do a little dance. Let's go do a little dance. Since it doesn't matter which boss I kill, let's go. I just need a reactor that has a machine gun mounting to test it out.
wicked.
I didn't even put on my inversion reinforcer, did I? Whoops. Let's head back to town. I knew I forgot something. Hello, So 6. I get what you're saying. You don't have to correct yourself, but yeah, fair enough.
Now, to the front.
Now we'll do it a couple dozen times until I get what I need. Hello, Sarah. How's it going? How's it going, mate?
Do not fall. I have punished the wicked.
Okay.
Again!
Let's keep going until we clear this. Nothing wrong with that.
Purification.
Play Serena when you're ready to play Serena. There's no right or wrong answer, pal. Just because she looks awesome doesn't mean you have to play her now. You can do it when you're ready. Ultimate Blair is coming in April, but next season, no. Either way, I won't focus on it. Ultimate Blair in April, and that's all I'm worried about. That was already teased long before the season started.
Do not fall. On the move. Purification.
Farm is good. Just spent my time on the Albion cavalry gun. Had to do some testing, but did the test and I realized that crits are way better, so there we go. Never used him either, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, currently he's not very good, but in future he may be better. We shall see. We shall see. I'm open-minded about it.
to the blasphemous. Death to the corrupt.
Is Lepic worth it to grind, or should you just save your cats? I wouldn't bother with him. Although, hold up, guys. I went through Void Erosion Purge yesterday, but I realized I don't have a mounting on my reactor for hand cannon. I've got a handgun mounting. I didn't have a hand cannon mounting. Is this going to affect my damage? I need to check. I need to check immediately. Because I don't believe that this... Because if Serena uses this, right? Her... Like, mounting for the... If she doesn't have the mounting for this in particular, it should not affect her damage, but will it? Let me see. I don't know. I must now know. God, I just realized I walked around without actually mounting anything. This is wild. Oh, I just use whatever amount of Amorphous I have. I don't have a special number that I stack, because in the past, if I didn't need to open it up, I didn't worry. It should be based on hit points, but I just want to double check, because I need to be very sure about this. I don't mind if I don't have a mounting. I just want to be sure. I don't know if it'll affect skill damage. I need to know. That's the difference. I need to know. Because no matter what, right, I will still be able to trigger fire in singular. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on, and then I'm going to put on a completely different reactor, which is this one. So if I put on a completely different reactor, or a reactor that doesn't have any sort of, you know, power up like this one, if I did that, would it be the same damage? But yes, it's better to know. So we're just going to summon the Tormentor here. I always like using this guy as a test dummy. We'll call him Larry. Larry the Tormentor. Okay. Now, if skill power has no effect whatsoever, then my fire reactor will do the same as the other reactor. Let's find out. One shot. Okay, that's it. 3 million. Okay. So my skill is triggering, it's working. Alright, we're gonna do it again. Here we go.
Cleanse this place.
Skill damage 2.8. Alright. Yeah, skill damage about 2.8. Okay, so it's consistent. It's consistent with this. Now, let's do it again. Yeah, of course. But it does have a pretty decent multi-hit multiplier, so I wanted to test it. Whether something is or isn't doesn't mean that we don't test. We always check. So again, here we are. Now it's a different reactor. .1. Is it because of my distance? Oh my god, distance is a factor. How is it hitting more? Okay, wait. Let's do it from here. We need the same distance, so if we do it from here, black line. All right.
It is time for your judgment.
There we go. 2.6. 2.7. All right. So it's roughly the same. And we're going to just repeat the same test again. Ensure that there is nothing going on. You can only have 3 mountings. Oops, sorry. Started on the wrong line. There is some variance, but aside from that minor variance, I think it's pretty consistent. So I don't think the mounting will have any effect whatsoever. So even if I change the mounting, there's no point. Because the damage is all based on hit
Face
points.
the flame.
2.7. Yep, it's 2.78. I mean, yeah, like I said, slight variance, but nothing really major. Okay. Noted. So regardless of what I use, I'm still gonna get the same results. Oops, did this on the ground. We're not trying to... We are limiting test factors, Ibby. So what you gotta understand is that you... Even if it does more damage when you use your one, that's not the objective. I'm not calculating how much damage I'm dealing at max. I'm calculating is there any difference. So we're trying to keep as many factors consistent as possible. When you do scientific testing, you must always keep factors consistent. Never ever add more factors in because that creates more inconsistency. I'm sometimes able to hit more, sometimes able to hit less. So overall, it's very interesting. But yeah, aside from slight variance, I'm getting roughly the same. That means you don't need a mounting on it because the extra damage that you're going to get is completely irrelevant. Yeah, it's a hand cannon, but you don't need to worry about the mounting. That means even if I were to go in right now with the Albion Cavalry Gun and start blasting, the mounting is irrelevant because the damage that I deal off that one skill is entirely based on the hit points that I have. So if you were to check it out, for example, like I have this, the mounting doesn't matter. I've got all these mountings, but I was thinking, do I actually have to change the mounting? Because I just realized I went into the thing without it, the Void Erosion, and I was doing just fine. So when all those factors come together, the question I have to ask myself is, do I need the mounting or not? If I don't need the mounting, then it's pointless. Like, because all of our skills, only the first one would actually be affected. Of course, if you use Divine Surge, this would be affected. But again, this is based entirely on a damage multiplier that's based on your hit points, not your mounting, and also on the firearm explosion. So that's all you really need. You don't need anything else, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I was thinking about. And overall, this is what has worked for me. So yeah, it should work beautifully. Should being the key word, of course. But now we'll swap back to the Void Erosion version. And now we'll have some fun. So let's see what happens. This multi-hit version, useless. Okay. So same testing factors, but now we're going to change all this. Oops, sorry. Chill rounds. Strength point amplification. Okay. This thing has natural chills, so that's completely fine. I am going to want a little more crit damage, so we're going to re-roll it. The rest is all fine. Yep, okay, this is fine. This is fine. Build is fine. Arcade tuning is set to crit. Okay. I don't know which mod you're asking about, Ibby. Okay, let's re-roll this properly. Because as much as I like this chill attack right here, I do want critical hit damage, so this will be less painful if I re-roll it this way. Sorry, chill attack. You'll have to take a back seat. Chill attack came back. Critical hit rate and critical hit damage. The Serena mod I was using to test the damage, that wasn't a mod. I was just using the same standard build that I had before. So I'm not sure what you're talking about. Everything you need to know about that build is already on my channel. That was just my bossing build, dude. It ain't a gold roll, but you know what? I'll take it for now. Whatever. 34% is better than no percent. Actually, no, I'm not satisfied. I will spend and I will go and make more. Come on. Come on. I know, but you said, what is that mod, the Serena you were using to test the damage? I don't understand what you're saying. Because I used multiple different mods in there. So I have no idea which mod you're asking. You have to be specific because I can't answer your question if I don't even know what you're talking about. There's a whole bunch of mods in there, dude. And I didn't change anything in Serena to test the damage. There's no name in your comments. It literally says the Serena you were using to test the damage. So I don't see the name. Another blue roll. You can re-look at your comments, dude. You never mentioned weighing the scales. Go ahead and check your chat history again. If you had mentioned it, I'm looking at chat right now. There's nothing that says weighing the scales, dude. Literally, there's nothing that says weighing the scales. Listen, do not argue with your streamer, dude. What you could have done instead of arguing it or asking me to scroll up was just specify the name, okay? If you disrespect me or irritate me, I'm just gonna throw you out of my stream. So, Ibby, I'm sorry, but don't ever do that to me again. When I ask you a question, if you want help, and I say I don't know what you're talking about, ask again, just say, you could have just stated it again, all right? Don't ever do that again.
If it's new research,
Now,
I'm listening.
I have banned you from my TikTok for 24 hours. If you want to be disrespectful again, don't come back. Tomorrow, you can choose to apologize to me, and then you can ask your questions respectfully. That goes for anyone. Don't think that I'm going to respect you or care about you or do anything like that if you want to be rude to me. When I say something, you listen. So what did you do, Chester, that you must repent for? Okay, where is it? This, I'm going to build that up. And that goes for anyone here. I'm more than happy to help, answer questions, things like that, but when I ask a question, don't argue with me. Just give me the specific thing that I need. And if I say I don't see it, I don't see it. Well, dude's on TikTok, so you won't be able to shame bell him here. Okay. There we go. Now, let me see if this will fly. I don't know if it will. Let's check it out. Captain Grinch, I cannot help you with that. That is something that you have to go into the official Discord and ask about. Because none of us have ever experienced that. Can't help you. I would love to help you, but I can't help you because I have never gone through this issue. Normally, when I go through a tutorial, I just clear it. Settings won't help because there's no setting to skip a tutorial. And if a tutorial is coming up over and over, that sounds more like a bug than anything. Oh, for Chester? Sure. I'll wait until I hear what he has to say. I'm waiting before I judge him.
I will rise. We can do it. My shield has been damaged.
It's not bad.
My shield. Oh no. Do not fall. My shield falters.
I mean, the Malevolent was definitely a lot more fun. But this so far isn't horrifying. And also, I'm not maxing out fire rate. Like, I could max out fire rate on this thing, which I think would be pretty badass, but...
My shield. No. Oh no. My shield.
But yeah, overall, I think the Malevolent would do better. Based on this, anyway.
Do not fall.
This is pretty okay. If I did max out fire rate, I could roll with it. But yeah, I think Malevolent, it is better in the end. This makes a lot more sense. I will showcase it in a video. I don't just showcase on stream because look, dude, a build is more than just here are the modules, go follow this, you know. If you do that, your builds will never be good. It's about understanding the full weapon. So if you don't mind LC infantry, please wait until an actual video comes out.
My shield.
And I screwed up there. Damn it. I have to wait. Ugh. For 20 seconds is a pain.
My shield has been damaged.
But yes, please do not... I don't know if it's your first time here, because I don't think I've seen your name before, but in case it is, we have a very different culture here. We don't just show you some half-baked shit on channel and then just tell you, oh yeah, here's what you do, then you'll never be able to do it. When we do builds and when we do stuff like that, we believe in actually understanding the full build, which means that in general, we usually wait until we have a video for you. The video will usually explain everything. So if you don't mind, please wait. Do not ask for anything early on stream because, again, we haven't done the testing. We don't know if it's good or not. And if it's not good enough, we don't bother releasing because there's no point. Chester, I'll have to read your story in a minute. But yeah, okay, this is slow.
My shield has been damaged. My shield faltered. My shield. My shield has been damaged. Oh no. My shield.
It does do quite a bit,
Face the flames.
but unfortunately, not good enough. If you want to compare to, say, Malevolent. It's nice, but yeah. A coworker asked at your new job when you were going to be placed in the on-call rotation. You'd be the third. Right now, it's only 2. Okay. I don't quite get it, but basically, you told your coworker you're gonna be there, but you're not actually gonna be there, yeah? So you're torturing him. Well, that is cold. Very, very ice cold, but can't say I don't understand. Okay, this will work for now. He is a liar. What a bad boy. What would happen if I transformed that into weak point instead? You know what? I think I'm happy enough with this. I'm not gonna think about it too hard. Okay.
My shield.
Yes. Oh, increase max hit points after kills. Actually, I didn't think about that. I should try it. I do admit, I forgot that was a thing. If you ask my opinion, I think it'd be very worth it for like, for if you're just rushing through. I can see how it would be quite worth it.
My shield has been damaged. My shield faltered. Oh no.
I might just get the ammo generator. That would work a lot better for me.
My shield falters. Oh no. My shield falters. I will rise. Oh no. Do not farewell.
I think I might legit try the other doggo. Because I don't like my ammo concerns. That's the only thing that's bothering me.
Do not fall. Ascending.
As weird as it is, I might actually like the Albion cavalry gun for this stage. Might actually do that. And give me a second, we'll test before I go whether or not increasing the hit points will be worth it. I do not actually mind that. That might actually work. That is not a bad... Oh, wait. We didn't use the cutting mechanism. But why not? Let's find out. We'll replace the strike point amplification with this one. And let's see what happens. So, same ideology. Here we go. Let's find out. But the problem is the Albion cavalry gun won't get its best power because the Malevolent is a multi-hit weapon, whereas the Albion cavalry gun is not. So that's going to be a bit of a change, but we'll see.
We can do it.
Well, the reload I'm just handling with my third skill. You can, I guess, turn your brain off with the Albion. That's not a problem. But ultimately, you're still gonna have to reload one of the guns.
Appears I am in danger.
So, what I might do, in order to make this easier on myself, is I may actually just bring the other doggo. That's what I'm probably gonna do. I'm just gonna bring the other doggo to refill my ammo. Because that's what makes the most sense to me.
My shield faltered.
Oh wait, this isn't the Albion. Whoops. Should have brought that for this test. But I guess I'll save that for the next test. No! I got shottied. I should have healed.
My shield falters. Ascending. My shield.
How did I still beat my high score? Oh, doesn't really matter. With Glay, you just probably rush in and start blasting. I don't think it fires too slow, but you'd have to adjust it. Okay. Had to do a double take. Who the? Oh. They literally turned their Ness outfit into the stripper outfit, didn't they? Yep. Yep, they did. Okay. Alright. Well, if we put in the Albion cavalry gun here, which we already have, RK tuning is set for multi-hit, which is for the Malevolent. And we switch the fellow to the other Doggerino, which gives ammo. So I won't use my one skill unless I actually need it. Let's find out. Let's see what will happen. Hey, CG. At least I haven't ended yet. You get to see one more run. But I am going to take a look at the polls before I go. After 328 votes, 48% of people are not actually using the new doggo, when 40% of people are using the new doggo. 3% are only using it for fashion, and 9% have no dog. Interesting. So, there's a poll right there. Okay, we're going to end it now. I've got the screenshot. See you later, Chester. Okay, let's do it again. But yeah, for me personally, you could absolutely use this weapon with Glay. It would fire just fine. But with Glay, you don't need rounds per magazine, so my recommendation would be to get double fire rate rolls, and you can just absolutely go ham with Glay with this weapon. You can literally just run through and just go brrrr and kill everything. So, very big possibility of that. Okay, start with the Malevolent. Now, in the opening sequence, we're going to use this. Okay, lovely.
Oh no.
Forgot to trigger my Divine Surge. I was wondering what the hell are these shots doing so little damage. Okay.
My shield's faulty.
That was a nice little waste of ammo.
No. I must do it. My shield has been damaged. My shield's faulty. My shield. Let me go.
They probably have their ways.
My shield's faulty.
I mean, like I've mentioned before, there are always means and ways to do something. It's up to the individual to find those means and ways.
Oh no.
I have built what I think is correct for this weapon, but it doesn't mean that that's the only way. So they could have a better method than me. They could have better skills than me.
Loading.
But for me, this will just work for everybody. So
Do not fall.
I need to care too much. It works nicely enough. Functions as intended.
My shield has been damaged.
Somehow still beating my own score. But yeah, for me, 4 minutes 10, good enough. Speedrunners will always find a way. Me, I'm just like, I'm chill. I will sit on the fence with that one because, look, I know for a fact that with many other games, as much as I appreciate the vote of confidence in my builds, the fact of the matter is that I don't build the absolute optimal best because sometimes quality of life is much more important. So while I'm certain that there are ways to do it, I don't want to accuse people of cheating until proven otherwise, because right now we can't see their builds. Until we can see their actual builds, I don't think we can say that they're cheating, at least not in my personal opinion, because that is just a bit too much. Like, they might have a way of finishing off the big boss in the room very, very quickly that we don't know about. So as much as I would love to consider them cheaters, I can't. I can't consider them cheaters because we don't know what methodology they're using. We can't see their builds. If we could see their builds, then it would be easier to audit the leaderboards. But that's what I have to say. So yeah, that is my thought process. Because if I want to accuse somebody, then I have to be 100% sure that they are cheating before I accuse them, because my words carry weight. So I'm not going to accuse them of cheating. I mean, I'm more than certain that there are people out there who can do this way faster than I can. You know, 2 minutes, 3 minutes clears, definitely possible, plausible. And like I said, for me, I'm just building for convenience. I don't even have maxed out rolls, and I don't even know if these are the best rolls. Like, for example, I could hit like a weak spot instead of chill attack to get even more multipliers on this thing, considering the fact that this thing has a huge base weak spot multiplier. I could structure it that way and just get multiplicative damage on multiplicative damage, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it could be sus, but we just don't know for sure, you know? That's the only problem. We don't know for sure what the difference is. And that, I think, is where it all comes in, because we just don't know for sure. I do plan on experimenting with that last roll, though. Maybe if I go for weak spot, it might be better. But I'll have to finish testing that on another day. Okay. For now, though, thank you all very much. That is the end of the stream. I appreciate you all participating in the poll and having your discussion about the doggos. I will see you again tomorrow evening for TFD. And tomorrow morning, I'll be hunting in Monster Hunter, so look forward to that. Thank you all very much. I hope you guys have enjoyed the show. And I'll see you guys in the next one, okay? Don't do anything too weird while I'm gone. And I'll catch you next time. See you later, fam.